Welcome to Elegant Embellishments Christmas YouTube Hop. The hop is being sponsored by Dee, who is Elegant Embellishments on Zibbet, and she's partnering up with Archana, who is craftcity.com, as well as Secret Garden on Facebook, and Julie, who is ks4u.net. Dee is having a 15% off sale at Elegant Embellishments. If you spend $15 or more, please use my code Virginia and you will receive an additional 5% off. The sale will end December 6, 2015 at 5 p.m. Customers that purchase $25 or more will be entered into a drawing for a small prize. When you purchase from Archana at craftcity.com, you will receive free shipping on your orders of $25 or more. This is for U.S. customers only, and please remember to use code FREE25. Julie, who is ks4u.net, will take off 25% from your purchase. Please use code HOP25, and she has no minimum purchase requirement. So let me show you what I made. The first one is a Christmas ornament, and it is dimensional. I'm putting it on a spinner that will turn the ornament like that continuously. And in case you don't know what a spinner is, it's just a little knob looking thing with a string on it. You unplug one of the lights off the strand and you plug that in, and then you hang this from the ornament, and it has a little rotator on there that just continually turns your ornament. So I really wanted this thing to sparkle. Well, it did that and it caught the lights. So what I did was I used a Birdcage die. I made 4 of them and then connected them so that it would be dimensional. To connect them really good, I measured out from one side to the other of the Birdcage, and that gave me the dimensions to make the square that I would need. After that, making the square, I just glued each one of the bird cages to it to make it dimensional. Then along right there, I just closed it off with glue, and then brought it all together on the top. Down below, I have trim that I purchased from Dee a while back. So that is in 2 layers of silver and white. Inside here, if you can see the sparkle right there, that is the mylar strips for packaging. When you give a gift, you put it in the bag. Inside of there is a glittered little bird from my stash. And then right here is the trim that I use on each of the edges of the bird cage from my stash. Up above, I have the little pearly trim that is from my stash, as well as the white flowers up there and the little snowflake bursts. I wanted it to look like it was starting to snow on top of the birdcage. The beautiful little red flowers up on top are from Archana's store, as well as the larger red one. The leaves also came in the package that was sent to me, and what I did so that it would really sparkle was I put glossy accents on them, and then I dipped them in diamond dust. I really want, as it's turning, for the lights from the tree to really catch. And so, like I said, it will spin, so I made it the same all the way around so that I could see it as it spun. Oh, that's going to sparkle so pretty. So my next project is a beaded wind chime. And as you can see, I've got all this long stuff that will hang. Now this is a project I made for my granddaughter, and she loves purple. So I'm really glad that Archana put purple flowers in there. Now what I did, Julie sent all of us one of these little hangers. I covered it in this lace that I received from Julie. And then on top of the hanger in this area, I covered it with a piece of lace from Dee's store. And then I came back in and I covered it with a piece of the rose lace from Julie's store. On the edges of the hanger is the trim from Julie's store. Over here in this corner, well, in all the corners, because it's going to spin or be seen from both sides, so I did the purple flowers and the cream flowers from Archana's store. So pretty. The flowers are just gorgeous. Thank you. They were all so generous in the things that they sent us. Over here I made a resin bird from a mold from Dee's store, and then as well as the little dress form and the little heart banner from another mold in Dee's store. The little flowers down below are from my stash. Again, flowers from Archana. And again, I did the same thing to the back because I want it to be able to be seen from both areas. It won't be hung flat, it'll be hung from the ceiling, and as it turns, you know, you can see both of it. Down below, I just used 2 different types and colors of ribbon, and I just did strips of it. And then in between that, I did different plastic sizes of beads, and as you can see, the light really catches them. Now I've already taken it up there really quick. I just wanted to see what it looked like in the sun because the sun comes through that window really good, and the whole room lit up. It's just gorgeous. So she's really going to enjoy that, and again, you know, purple is her favorite color, so thank you ladies for that. And last but not least, now this is rather large, and let me show you. I did a wall hanging. And there's the hanger. So let me show you very quickly what I did. I have these in my stash. They're just material table mats. I cut off the edge and did a rectangle out of it. And then I'm going to turn it over very quickly so that I can show you what I'm talking about. After making the rectangle, I use this trim right here that you can purchase in Dee's store. And it's a big long piece, or that I received from her store. I'm not too sure if she has that, but please stop over there and look. After covering the front and the back with that, now I extended it longer than that because I wanted it to be part of a dangle. On top of that one, I put the lace that you can find in her store right now on top of it, and it's the one that has the little, it's so gorgeous. Over here, so that I could hang it from the wooden dowel, I used the beautiful rose trim from Julie's store. And let me turn it over, and I'm sorry, everything's sticking to it. Let me just turn it very quickly. This is where I got the color inspiration, was from these images. And I was really glad that there was yellow and blue flowers in the packaging from Archana. You can get them in different colors, different styles, different kinds of flowers, gorgeous. So please stop on over there to her store. What I did was down below on top of that, I did from my stash this dangly trim right here. And then I used a piece of this lace that is in Dee's store. So gorgeous, you gotta see it, it's just beautiful. On top of that, I did another row of the dangly trim, and then last but not least, I did the polka dot lace that you will find in Dee's store. So pretty. On top of that, when Dee was selling this gorgeous trim right here, I had purchased some, and what I did was I covered the very edge of it. Before I put that down though, as you can see, like right here, these plastic snowflakes. I want this thing to kind of sort of sparkle as well when it's hanging up. So what I did was I put them plastic snowflakes from my stash all the way around the edge of the wall hanging, and then I came back in with that beautiful trim. On the top of the trim I put these little gold pieces that I had in my stash all the way around, and then for the images I covered them with diamond dust and glossy accents in certain areas. I really love the colors of the blue, yellow, and cream, so everything worked together really nicely. In the corners I used the wedding appliques from Dee's store. Now she has these in different sizes and different styles, so stop on over there and look. This was also in her store. Now these were very few, and they're very vintage, so they're not as easy to come by. So that was in my guest design team package. Again, Dee, thank you so much for asking me to do that. It's a lot of fun. And thank you, Archana and Julie, for the wonderful embellishments that you sent. I was able to create some really pretty things with it. So after putting on the wedding applique, on each side of it, I used the banner mold in hearts, and I spelled out winter wishes. On top of the applique, I put this beautiful little flower that I received from Dee, as well as this crown applique from Dee, and you will find them in her store. If you can see the snowflake right there, as well as on the images, they are from a mold, a snowflake mold that you will find in Dee's store, as well as the heart banner right there. In the corners I put yellow, cream, and blue flowers to bring out the colors from the images, as well as another sugared leaf. On top of the images, I used the other flowers and the crowns up above, and I put the polka dot trim to go all the way around the wall hanging. Again, up above, I put the strips to hang it from Julie's store. I just got a wooden dowel from my stash, and my husband cut it for me. And then I had these little wooden pot looking things, and they slipped right on perfectly. A ½ inch is what I needed to fit in there. After looping over the trim, I came back in with this Christmassy trim from my stash. Up above on the hanger, I just used some white seam binding, and then this is the trim from Julie's store that I covered the hanger with. And then I just put another strip of the Christmas trim. On the actual hanging portion of it, I did a little loop of that same lace from right here that you can find in Julie's store, and made a little loop, and that's where it'll hang from. On the back side, I just covered the front of what I've used with a couple of doilies, and I sandwiched the little hook in between there. On the front of the doily, I had this gold belt buckle in my stash, and I thought it went really well with the gold of the flowers and the gold right there. So what I did was, after putting that on, before putting this beautiful flowered beaded applique from Dee's store, I put some more of this little Christmas thing along the edge of the inside of the belt buckle, so that it would not let the flower portion of it sort of droop, and then I put the flower on the inside, and I think it really came out pretty that way. So there, I will leave you with the last project that I created, and everybody please stop on by all the stores, and again, they're having wonderful discounts. and they carry beautiful products, as you can see. And down below, along with the information to the stores, will be the list of all of the ladies that are participating in the YouTube hop. Please start with Marilyn G. She is the top of the list, and then go down from there. And by clicking on all of them, it'll take you right to each one of their pages. So at the end of the YouTube hop, I am going to pick from the comments and give away a $15 PayPal deposit to your PayPal, and I will pick that winner probably around the 10th, and I'm just going to do the random.org and go from there. So please stop by, leave some comments, let us all know how you liked our projects, and everybody have a Merry Christmas, and we'll talk with you later. Bye.